sitting right there and just dust, dust, dust all the time. Not too bad right now, but it gets dust all over the chipper. Real fine ash dust. And it just is horrible. Not good for fire hazard, but got to keep it blowed off quite a bit. But that's that ash dust in the chipper disc. Just makes a bunch of dust. Depending on the wind direction, it'll blow one way or the other. Sometimes it'll all blow back on the chipper, and sometimes it'll blow away. So at the moment it's blowing away. It's not too bad, but that's what we got to deal with. So, ash, bunch of ash. Tom slashing. Got her working over there. Getting her done. Ash, 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 ash. You're next to chipper. And that's what happened to all that ash. Ash borer got in there and weaseled its way all in through there, all over. He did that to all the ash on this whole job, all over in this area. Killed all of them. Wiped them all right out. So all she's good for is firewood. No, they tried to stop it and tried to stop it, but they couldn't. They couldn't stop it. They didn't want it getting across Mackinac Bridge, and they were stopping firewood and everything, but now you go across the bridge and you'll see them low areas around the highways and stuff, and they're just dead ash everywhere. Ash borer got in there and wiped her all out, so they tried to stop it, but couldn't stop that pesky little bug. Well, I found an ash bundle here, and this ash is all dead. A couple small ones on top in the middle. This job calls for all the ash and popple to get cut. And they'll cut a couple oak or maple just to get to the ash, but there's hardly any of that. So, a lot of ash, a lot of popple, but this is what the ash tops look like. It's just all dried out brush. It's all dead. That's where that dust comes from in that chipper, and it gets all over everything. But all that ash is dead and drying out. There's one oak tree in there, that's where the leaves are from. But all that ash is dying. It's already dead actually where we're at. The ash borer is already moved through this area. So the ash grows in this low ground. It grows in real wet soil. So the only time to get it out is right now when it's 90 degrees out and in the summer. So we're in here getting it out, trying to salvage what we can. And right there, see that? See them few pecker poles here? Look at this. These here. That's from my favorite buncher guy, Adam. See, he knows that wood, I think, I looked up in the books, it's called iron or muscle wood. It's like this stuff right here. Check this out. Right here. See how it looks like a mussel? And there's all kinds of variations of it, but it don't get that big around, and it grows all over. Like this right here. It's got that muscle texture to it. But that stuff is strong stuff, stringy. What it does is it gets balled up in my chains. It'll sit in there and smack, 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 smack. It won't let go. It'll sit in there and beat around forever. So Adam separates them for me, which is real nice. We won't talk about the other guy. But this is another ash bundle here. And this big ash on top's dead and it's rotten. It's starting to get all funky and rotten. And you can see where that lousy ash borer was in there and dug all through here. It'll do that all the way up the bark of that tree, and it kills it. And they went through this whole area, wiped it right out. So like I said, it's low ground, and it's the heat of summer, so we're in here trying to get out as much as we can in this area. There's a bunch of it, so try to get it wiped out, cleaned up, and go from there. But kind of what we're dealing with now with the ash and that dusty old garbage. But there's some big cottonwoods left on this job too. But some are so big we can't do nothing with them. Once they get to be this big, I mean, thing's huge. Once they get to be that big, the logs are so big no mills want to cut it up, and they don't want to cut it up anyways. That cottonwood's hard to get rid of. A lot of it's got shake in it, and when it gets to be that big, not much we can do with it. There's a couple of them on this job. We'll cut down what we can, but that's some big stuff. So yeah, that's the job here. A bunch of ash, and it's dusty and dead. It makes excellent firewood, real good firewood. So we cut quite a bit of firewood out, haul it to the shop in about 16, 18, 20 foot lengths, and he's got a Cord King processor down there. He processors up and sell a little bit of firewood too. So, and by a little bit I mean thousands of cords. So that's the job we're on. There's another giant cottonwood. Giant. This thing's huge. And loggers will tell you, let me tell you what, that stuff is stinky. It smells like crap. And one guy that works for us says that every time we cut them down with a chainsaw, he would throw his pants away. Because you just about cut them down. That thing's big. You just about cut these down, and water will come squirting out the bottom, and it stinks. The whole log stinks, the whole tree stinks. When you chip it, it stinks. So Jimmy Orvis says every time he cut one down, he always threw his pants away at the end of the day because he couldn't get that stink out of them. But man, they're a big tree. Here is all firewood, and this big pile behind him is all logs. And you can see them switch to those over here, 10-foot poplar logs, but all that in the middle is all ash. And it's dry, dry, dry. Great firewood. No fun to chip, but you gotta do it. We get her cleaned up. Have a good day tomorrow, hopefully.